Yo, what is up, guys? This is Awesome Sports 13 here, and today I'm on a call with Monster Jam Dallas and Curry Gaming.
Yo, what's up?
And I am here with event numero uno for the points competition. And, so here we are, the points competition. Let's go ahead and go over the races. So we'll kick things off with round number 1 with the Monster Mutt Golden Retriever against the Bad Company. I mean, technically you can say it's Black Company, but that would just sound racist. So, and then so we got a good few races, and we'll end round number 1 with the Silver Wolf's Head and Excalibur. So I did explain how the points are going to work in the Field of Trucks video. Shit, that was actually my first Field of Trucks video in a while. I think the last time I did a Field of Trucks video was for series either 30 or 31, so it's been a while. It's been a hot minute, and I forgot how much I hated them because it sucks. Alright, anyways, so we'll kick things off with the Monster Mutt Golden Retriever taking on Bad Company. Alright, guys, and I forgot to mention, if you lose in this round, you will get 1 point. So if Golden Retriever loses, he'll get 1 point. If Bad Company loses, he'll get 1 point. So the points competition is underway. The first win will be Golden Retriever getting the win over Bad Company with a block. Next up, we have Full Charge taking on Time Flies. And what an upset, as Full Charge takes down Time Flies, and Time Flies will get 1 point. Next up, we have the Black El Toro Loco taking on the Purple Jurassic Attack. And the Purple Jurassic Attack will get the win with a block. Next up, we have the defending Sign-Up Series champion, Sparkle Smash, entering the points competition. He will be taking on Bounty Hunter. And, of course, he will get the win over Bounty Hunter. Next up, we have the Mercury Monster Mutt taking on Stinger Unleashed. And Stinger Unleashed will get the win over the Mercury Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Octonator taking on Zombie. And that is an incredible race. Hold on. That is like dead even. As you guys can tell from the top, right there, barely, Zombie will get the win over Octonator. Next up, we have El Toro Loco taking on Nightmare. And El Toro Loco will get the win over Nightmare. Next up, we have Wolf's Head taking on Recreation. And Recreation will get the win over Wolf's Head. What an upset. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Maximum Destruction. And Soldier Fortune Black Ops will get the win over Maximum Destruction. Next up, we have the Orange Bad Company taking on Backwards Bob. And Backwards Bob will get the win over the Orange Bad Company. Next up, we have Crustacean taking on Bulldozer. And Bulldozer will get the win over Crustacean. Next up, we have Double Decker taking on Max D. And Max D will get the win over Double Decker. Next up, we have Stone Crusher taking on the Burn Victim Zombie. And the Burn Victim Zombie will get the win over Stone Crusher. Next up, we have the World Finals 20 Avenger taking on Salvager. And the World Finals 20 Avenger will get the win with a block over Salvager. Next up, we have Captain's Curse. Sorry about that. Taking on Monster Mutt. And Monster Mutt will hit the line first, therefore he'll take the win. Next up, we have Superman taking on Axe. And Axe will take the win over Superman. Next up, we have the Biker Zombie taking on Scooby-Doo. And the Biker Zombie will get the win over Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Blue Thunder taking on the Yellow Zombie. And the Yellow Zombie will get the win over Blue Thunder. Next up, we have a Battle of the Monster Mutts in round number 1. We have Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Monster Mutt Poodle. And it's going to be... Oh, my God! He did a somersault. Oh, will that cost him, or will that give him the win? And from the aerial view, as you can tell from looking at the top of the screen, that is a beautiful race right there by the Rottweilers. He'll take the win over Monster Mutt Poodle. Next up, we have the Joker taking on Horsepower. And Horsepower will take the win over the Joker. Next up, we have Higher Education taking on Gravedigger. And Gravedigger will get the win over a nice block. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Whiplash. And what a race, but it will be Whiplash getting the win over Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have the Split Paint Job Avenger taking on the Purple Gravedigger the Legend. And the Purple Legend will get the win over the Split Paint Job Avenger. Next up, we have the Lucas Stabilizer taking on Saigon Shaker. And the Lucas Stabilizer will get the win with a block. Next up, we have the Green Ghost Gravedigger taking on Racing Stripes. And the Green Ghost Gravedigger will take the win over Racing Stripes. Next up, we have Monster Mud Husky taking on Dragon. What a race, but I think that'll go to Monster Mud Husky. Let me check the replay. Alright guys, so if you took a look back at the replay, you could see very, very clearly that Monster Mud Husky got the win over... what truck was it? Oh, Dragon. He's right here, so... Yeah, so he will take the win, and he'll move on to round 2, and Dragon will end up with 1 point. Next up, we have Ranger Rescue taking on the Global Avenger. And the Global Avenger will get the win over Ranger Rescue. Next up, we have Alien Invasion taking on Earthshaker. And Alien Invasion will get the win with a block. Next up, we have Kraken taking on Big Kahuna. And Big Kahuna will take the win over Kraken. Next up, we have Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Boogeyvan. And Boogeyvan will get the win over Dragonoid. Next up, we have Storm Damage taking on Wildflower. What a race. Going down, Wildflower will take the win over Storm Damage. Next up, we have the Darkest Neo Dragonoid taking on the 25th Anniversary Avenger. Oh, whoops. And, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. But going straight down, as you can see, the 25th Anniversary Avenger will edge out the Darkest Neo Dragonoid. Next up, we have the Monster Jam Stunt Truck taking on Jurassic Attack. And what a race. Going down, it looks like... Wow. I think that is the stunt truck. Yes, and going down, it is the stunt truck. Next up, we have Rage taking on Jester. And it will be... What a race. And going from the top, as you guys can tell from the top of your screen, Rage will get the win over the Red Jester. Next up, we have Bad Habit taking on Velociraptor. And what a race, but it will be Velociraptor getting the win over Bad Habit. Next up, we have Lumberjack taking on the Mohawk Warrior. And Mohawk Warrior continues to do what he does best, which is upsets. Next up, we have Iron Outlaw taking on Batman. And if Batman wins, that is the best comeback from behind win I've seen ever. But it will be Iron Outlaw. Next up, we have Crush Cycle taking on the Red Primer Gravedigger. And the Red Primer Digger will get the win over Crush Cycle. Next up, we have Megalodon taking on Gravedigger the Legend. And Megalodon will block Gravedigger the Legend. In the final race of round number 1 will feature the Silver Wolf's Head and Excalibur. And Excalibur will get the win over the Silver Wolf's Head. Alright guys, and as you guys can tell from this screen, all of these trucks will get a total of 1 point in this event. Alright guys, and here's our matchups for round number 2, and obviously 80 trucks would go down to 40. There are 40 trucks in this round. This is round number 2, and if you lose in this round, you'll get a grand total of 3 points. So, not bad, but, like, not good, but not terrible. Alright, and we'll kick off round number 1 with Golden Retriever and Full Charge as we go down here, all the races that you're looking at. And yeah, and we'll end off round number 2 with Megalodon and Excalibur. So let's get round number 2 underway. And who is going to round number 3? And it will be Full Charge, I think. And yes, it will be, as Monster Mutt Golden Retriever will get a total of 3 points. Next up, we have Stinger taking on Zombie. And oh my goodness. Hold on. And Stinger will get the win over Zombie. Next up, we have El Toro Loco taking on Recreation. And El Toro Loco will take down Recreation. Next up, we have the Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Backwards Bob. And Soldier Fortune Black Ops will get the win with a block. Wow, what a finish. Next up, we have Bulldozer taking on Max D. And Max D will get the win over Bulldozer. Don't question why Dragonoid's there. Next up, we have the Burn Victim Zombie taking on the World Finals 20 Avenger. And the World Finals 20 Avenger will get the win over the Burn Victim Zombie. Next up, we have Monster Mutt taking on Axe. And Axe will block Monster Mutt for the win. Next up, we have the Biker Zombie taking on the Yellow Zombie. Battle of the Zombies. And the yellow one blocked the Biker for the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Horsepower. And Rottweiler will take the win with a block. Next up, we have Gravedigger taking on Whiplash. Or W, as Brian Abbo would call it. Shit. And Gravedigger will take the win over Whiplash. Next up, we have the Purple Gravedigger the Legend taking on the Lucas Stabilizer. And the Lucas Stabilizer will hit the line, therefore he'll take the win. Next up, we have the Green Ghost Gravedigger taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And Monster Mutt Husky will get the win with a block. Next up, we have the Global Avenger taking on the Alien Invasion. And the Global Avenger will get the win over Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Big Kahuna taking on Boogeyman. And Boogeyman will take the win over Big Kahuna. Next up, we have Wildflower versus the 25th Anniversary Avenger. And the 25th Anniversary Avenger, I think, won. We have to confirm it. And he did win, getting the win over Wildflower. Next up, we have the Stunt Truck taking on Rage. And wow, what a race. You guys can't even probably see Rage. And holy shit. But the Stunt Truck will get the win over Rage. Next up, we have Velociraptor taking on Mohawk Warrior. And Velociraptor will get the win over Mohawk Warrior. Next up, we have Iron Outlaw taking on the Red Primer Gravedigger. And what a race, but it will be Iron Outlaw as he hit the line first. And the final race of round number 2 will feature Megalodon taking on Excalibur. And Megalodon will beat Excalibur. Alright guys, and on the trucks that you see on the screen, all the trucks that you see on the screen, we'll get a total of 3 points for this event. Alright guys, and as you guys can tell, here are our matchups for round number 3. And after this round, there will be 10 trucks. So there are currently 40 divided by 2 is 20. There are currently 20 trucks, and then next round there will be 10. And if you lose in this round, you'll get a total of 5 points for this event, which is not bad if you ask me. So we'll kick things off with Full Charge against Sparkle Smash. And then we'll end off round number 3 with Iron Outlaw and Megalodon. That should be race of the round. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Full Charge and Sparkle Smash. And round number 3 is underway. And Full Charge continues to impress as he hit the line first, getting the win over the defending Sign-Up Series champion, handing Sparkle Smash 5 points. Next up, we have Stinger taking on El Toro Loco. And Stinger will get the win with a block. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Max D. And Soldier Fortune Black Ops will hit them as he gets the win over Max D. Next up, we have the World Finals 20 Avenger, the first out of 3 Avengers that are still in this, taking on Axe. And Axe will eliminate the first Avenger. Next up, we have the Yellow Zombie taking on Rottweiler. And Rottweiler will get the win over the Yellow Zombie. Next up, we have Gravedigger taking on the Lucas Stabilizer. And the Lucas Stabilizer will get the win over Gravedigger. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Husky taking on the Global Avenger. And the Global Avenger will keep it alive against Monster Mutt Husky. Next up, we have Boogeyvan taking on the 25th Anniversary Avenger. And Boogeyvan will get the win over Avenger. Next up, we have the Stunt Truck taking on Velociraptor. Battle of the Mixed 32 trucks. And Velociraptor will get the better of the Stunt Truck. And the final race of round number 3 will feature Iron Outlaw and Megalodon. And Iron Outlaw will hit the line first and he'll take the win. Alright guys, and the trucks that you currently see on the screen will get a total of 10 points, or not 10 points, 5 points for this event. Alright guys, and here is the matchups for round number 4. So there are a total of 10 trucks right now. If you lose in this round, you'll get a total of 7 points, but we will need a fast loser. And the person with the best run will get the fast loser spot. And, or the two trucks with the fastest runs will face off against each other for that final spot. So let's go ahead and get round number 4 underway. And let's get round number 4 underway. And the first winner will be Stinger Unleashed, getting the win over Full Charge. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Axe. And Axe will beat Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on the Lucas Stabilizer. And the Lucas Stabilizer will get the win. What the hell happened to him? He'll get the win over Rottweiler. Next up, we have the Global Avenger taking on Boogie Van. And the Global Avenger will beat Boogie Van. And the final race before the quarterfinals will feature Velociraptor and Iron Outlaw. And Velociraptor will beat Iron Outlaw. Alright, you guys, so I reviewed the footage of all the rounds, and I looked at the two trucks with the best runs with a chance of coming back. And here they are. Soldier Fortune Black Ops against Full Charge. Who is going to face Velociraptor in the next round? And it will be Full Charge. Alright, guys, and the four trucks that you see on screen right now will get a total of 7 points for this event. Alright, guys, and here's the matchups for round number 5, the quarterfinals, technically. So there's 3 races, which means we'll need another fast loser. So the 2 out of the 3 trucks that had the best runs will have a chance at the fast loser spot. And every single person who lost in this round will get a total, which is 2 trucks. 2 trucks will lose in this round. We'll get a total of 9 points for this event. So you guys can see the races on the screen. Stinger against Axe, Lucas Stabilizer against the Global Avenger, and Velociraptor against Full Charge. So let's go ahead and see who is going to the semifinals of event number 1. And who is going to the semifinals of this sign-up series, the points competition event number 1. And it will be Axe getting the win over Stinger. And who will be facing Axe in the semis, the Lucas Stabilizer or the Global Avenger? And it will be the Global Avenger. Alright, and who is going to the semis? Who is going to the semis? Velociraptor or Full Charge? And it will be Full Charge, getting the win over Velociraptor. Alright, you guys, here's the semifinals for event number 1. I did look at the races, and here is the fast loser race. The Lucas Stabilizer against Stinger. One of these 2 trucks will lose and get a total of 9 points for this event. Who is going to the semifinals? It will be Stinger. Alright, you guys, so Velociraptor and the Lucas Stabilizer will each get 9 points for this event. Alright, you guys, and here is the semifinals for Monster Jam Points Competition Season 1, Event Number 1. Inside of Axe, we have Monster Jam Fan 0311. Inside of the Global Avenger, we have the Hat Guy 1500. Inside of Full Charge, we have K and James TV. And inside of Stinger Unleashed, we have Poppy 624537. So, who is going to the championship race? And by the way, if you lose in this round, you'll get a grand total of 11 points. So, who is going to the championship race? And who is going to the championship race of event number 1? And it will be the Global Avenger getting the win with a block. And who will meet the Global Avenger in the championship race? Full Charge or Stinger? And Stinger will meet him in the final. Alright, you guys, and these 2 trucks right here, Axe and Full Charge, will get a total of 11 points for this event. Alright, you guys, and here's the championship race for the Monster Jam Points Competition Season 1, Event Number 1. Here we go. Inside of the Global Avenger, we have the Hat Guy 1500. Inside of Stinger Unleashed, we have Poppy 624537. Who is going to end up with 13 points, and who is going to end up with 15 points to be crowned as the winner? So, the winner of event number 1 is going to be Poppy 624537 inside of Stinger. You have won event number 1 and have gotten yourself a total of 15 points for this event. So, congratulations to you. So sorry to the Hat Guy 1500 in the Global Avenger. Better luck next time to you, man. You still got 13 points. You're still in second place, 2 points behind the current points leader, which is Stinger Unleashed. But let's go ahead and add up the points right now. Alright, you guys, and here is a quick look at the point standings. And as you guys can tell right there, number 1, Stinger Unleashed, Poppy 624537, something like that. I'm just going to call them Poppy. You are inside Stinger Unleashed, and congratulations, you have the points lead, as the Hat Guy 1500 sits right behind him, following with K and James TV with 11 points, and Deegan, aka Monster Jam Fan 0311, in 4th with 11. As we go down here, I don't know if you guys can see it that well. But yeah, everyone down here is 3 points. And then here are the 1 point people. Everyone here has 1 point. And then, of course, in dead last, we have Bad Company. And who would have thought at the end of event number 1 that Time Flies would be sitting at 79th place? Who would have thought that he would have been sitting at second to last place with 1 point? I would have not thought that. But, yeah, so that is the current point standings. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys in event number 2.